Good evening to our Bradford, Northridge, and Milton-Union families. My name is Mr. Thomas, and I am a Student Success Administrator at Northridge for grades K through 5. I'm excited tonight. Again, our reading activity for grades three through 5 is happening tonight. So we want to welcome you to the monthly 3 through 5 literacy event. We would like for you to put your school district you are representing in the chat. So for an example, if you are from Bradford, you would type a B, Northridge, N, and Milton-Union, MU. That way we can keep track of our attendance for the awarding of the Golden Book and the Principal's Ice Bucket Challenge. Tonight, Mrs. Caudill will be sharing a wonderful 11-minute reading video that you can do at home to build and improve your reading skills. Afterwards, you will have the opportunity to ask questions if you have any. Ms. Caudill?
Good evening, families. My name is Mrs. Jenna Caudill, and I teach 3rd grade at Northridge Elementary. Welcome again to all of our 3rd through 5th grade families from Northridge, Milton-Union, and Bradford. For today's activity, you will need a small piece of paper or a note card and something to write with. It could be a marker, a pencil, crayon, whatever works for you. Last month, you learned about rhyming, and that is an incredibly important skill for all students to have so they can learn and use more complex reading skills as they grow throughout the grades. Another concept that we notice that our students really enjoy and could use some more practice with is vocabulary. For some of us, when we were in school, vocabulary may have meant memorizing how to spell science or history words and matching them to a definition. However, our goal is for students to become word collectors, to increase their vocabulary in speaking, writing, and reading. For example, when we discuss character traits and adjectives in class, often students will describe characters as nice, sad, or happy. However, there are many words that mean similar things, but can be more specific. For example, are the characters sad or are they down in the dumps or devastated? Are the characters happy or can we describe them as ecstatic or over the moon? Today, we're going to listen to the story, The Word Collector, and we are going to be word collectors. We are going to collect words as we listen and watch. As you listen and you hear an interesting word that is new to you or that you are curious about, write it down on your card. Make sure you have your paper or card and something to write with, and let's watch.
The Word Collector, written and illustrated by Peter Hamilton Reynolds. Collectors collect things. Some people collect stamps. Some people collect coins. Others collect rocks. Some collect art. Some collect bugs. Others collect baseball cards. Some people collect comic books. And Jerome, what did he collect? Jerome collected words. He collected words he heard. My trip to Peru was perfectly pleasant. Certain words caught his attention. He collected words he saw. Willow Tisha. Certain words jumped out at him. He collected words he read. Emerald. Certain words popped off the page. Short and sweet words. Spark. Bloom. Drift. Dream. 2-syllable treats. Treasure. Motif. Whisper. Glimmer. Hover. Candid. And multi-syllable words that sounded like songs. Geometry. Guacamole. kaleidoscope. Wonderful. Symphony. There were words he did not know the meaning of at first, but they were marvelous to say. Aromatic. Vociferous. Effervescent. There were words whose sounds were perfectly suited to their meaning. Molasses. Tyrannosaurus rex. Torrential. Smudge. Bellow. Jerome filled his scrapbooks with more and more of his favorite words. Jerome's collection grew. Blissful. Timber. Potential. Everlasting. Lore. Brilliant. Harmony. Breeze. Jerome's collection grew. He began organizing them. Dreamy. Sad. Action. Poetic. One day, while transporting them, Jerome slipped and his words went flying. As he began to pick them up, he noticed his collections had become jumbled. Big words next to little words. Sad words next to dreamy words. Lost turmeric. Dream cloud. Royal flock. Infinitesimal star. Blue harmony. Silent orchestra. Jerome began stringing words together. Words he had not imagined being side by side. Whisper. Symphony. Electric. Peace. Savor. Dreams. Cascading stars. He used his words to write poems. He used his poems to make songs. They moved. They delighted. Some of his simplest words were his most powerful. I understand. I'm sorry. Thank you. You matter. Jerome eagerly collected more and more of his favorite words. Vision. Waterfall. Brilliance. Infinite hugs. Molecule. Peace. Brother. Light. Bungalow. Bohemian. Harmony. Gaggle. Onomatopoeia. Thanks. The more words he knew, the more clearly he could share with the world what he was thinking, feeling, and dreaming. One breezy afternoon, Jerome climbed the highest hill, pulling a wagon packed with his word collection. He smiled as he emptied his collection of words into the wind. He saw children in the valley below, scurrying about collecting words from the breeze. Jerome had no words to describe how happy that made him. Reach for your own words. Tell the world who you are and how you will make it better. Peter Hamilton Reynolds.
Okay, wow, so many new and interesting words for us. The word I wrote on my card was geometry. So one of the things, I'm going to take this paper, my card, to school tomorrow, and it's going to get added to the display at school. Remember that you can always be a word collector while you're out in the world, reading street signs, or collecting words from interesting books or conversations that we hear. We can learn these words from books that we listen to or that we read. Students may have books that have been sent home from their classroom or from their school library, or maybe you have a collection of books at home anyway, or you go to a public library and have books from there. But there are also a ton of online resources for ebooks. Many public libraries have the availability to download ebooks, but there are also websites like getepic.com, storylineonline.com, Books, and even YouTube have many, many ideas and different read alouds that teachers have read for YouTube. So all you do is search children's book read alouds and a whole bunch will come up. If there's a special occasion coming up, you can even add that to your search and get more specific books that you're looking for. And as you watch and read, collect those words. Extensions for this activity could be looking up the definition. Of course, we know that we can Google it. So my word was geometry. I'm going to look that up and it's going to tell me that the definition has to do with math. It's about space with sizes and shapes. So that is important for me to know. And I'm noticing that there are lots of triangles. So I might even add to my note card drawings of those different shapes. I see 2D shapes like triangles and squares, but I also see 3D shapes like cones and cubes. So I'm going to draw a picture to make that connection so I remember exactly what geometry means. It's all about math and shapes. Other extensions for the activity could be to look it up and see what part of speech is it. Is your word, is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective or an adverb that describes nouns and verbs? Could you write your words in a notebook and draw webs to make connections between your words and how they relate? We saw that Jerome organized all of his words in a book. He strung them together. We saw that Jerome used his words to write poems and songs. He used those words in his conversation and it was powerful for him. And he also taught others. So could those be things that we use with our words that we have collected? Absolutely. Those are all excellent ideas. And we know that words and vocabulary, word collecting is a fun hobby that can really help our students' comprehension skills grow. Thank you so much for watching. We hope that this was an exciting activity that you can use at home anytime with any book, whether it's a physical book that you have in your hands or it's an ebook online. And we want to keep collecting those interesting words. We can't wait to see all the words that come to school before we leave for winter break. See you then.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Caudill. Excuse me. Parents, at this time, the teachers can now answer any questions you may have. You can use the raise my hand feature, is at the bottom of the screen, and Mr. Neely can open the mic for you so that you can ask your question, or you can write and type your answer in the chat. So parents, at this time, any questions?
Hold on. So this is for parents.
And it's for parents and for students. How you doing, Nick? Hurt?
Good.
Great. Any questions?
Well, I just got here, so it's Thomas. Okay, but I just got here, so I didn't really know what this was.
Okay.
My papa just told me to log on at 7 o'clock.
All right. Thank you. And I'll tell you what, Nick, I will talk to you tomorrow to explain exactly what happened tonight on the videos. Okay. We'll do that tomorrow. Anyone else? Any parents out there? Anyone else have any questions? All right. Well, with no questions, then I would like to thank Mrs. Caudill for sharing with us. Also, Mr. Neely for hosting the event, and all of you who are on here for taking the time to come on tonight to help our students. Thank you, team, for all that you do. We will also have our next event for 3-5 will take place on January 24th. That's our next parent engagement. And also we have probably the end of January, we will have another parent engagement for grades K2. So we're looking forward to those parent engagement nights. So with that, Everyone, have a great evening. Thank you.